Hello, 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 and it's Joe's Ventures here again, and we just wanted to make a really quick video about the really cool DLC coming up soon that's just been announced only a few hours ago for Jurassic World Evolution, a very good game, all about our favorite movies, the original trilogy, Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3. And let's just say we're all really excited for this. This is like the thing that we've wanted ever since this game has come out. So I was going to play a
We
little.
are excited, TM.
We are all excited. I'm pretty excited. I got up this morning and I was like, "Wait, what? They announced it?" And I was like, hyped, so hyped, just because the franchise and the even the aesthetic of the original movies is just so much more. Well, not. I'm gonna just say so much better than the
Yeah.
Jurassic World kind of beige, dreary, almost like a prison style.
Yeah, it's like it is weird semi-futuristic prehistoric SeaWorld. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It isn't like really
It's
bad, but I just prefer the more safari park, modern, even like
yeah.
90s style of the original Jurassic Park.
It,
It feels more like a zoo than a prison with these
it
big
does
concrete walls.
I, I think personally, Jurassic World's aesthetic suffers a bit from the fact that probably the producers wanted something that sort of like because like a lot of, in my opinion, Jurassic World's faults, sort of appeals from a lot of corporate uh, interference with like going, oh well, these tests have proven that this is what is popular and this is the aesthetic we have like our test screenings have shown,
Mm.
and instead of like keeping with any sort of themes and things, they just sort of have it become something you would almost see like Tony Stark make.
Tony Stark funds Jurassic Park.
Tony Stark is just, I don't know.
Okay, look,
Tony Stark was Ronnie's weird cousin.
mm, that's just how it is. Do you want to get this into the trailer?
Well, yeah, let's go.
Let's just listen to the beautiful music, and then I'll stop it when we see
Well,
anything interesting.
before we start, hello, I'm Zomba,
Yeah,
Eternal Mother of the Abyss. Oh,
for
I
real.
exist.
Exist and do things like we all do.
Occasionally, I exist.
Oh,
Not officially, though, yet.
yet. Okay. Okay, let's get started.
Get started.
Look at that. You know what this looks
Black.
like? This
Oh,
is
that.
this is a very iconic scene from the first movie. We all know it.
Yeah, the. I really do like. Now,
And and the thing is also
this
the
is.
textures have been updated to look more like the
I
original. You can see them
I
more
did
roughly,
notice that,
kind
and
of.
I do appreciate that. If there's something, okay, there are. I say if there's something. There are many things I dislike about the Jurassic World dinosaurs compared to Jurassic Park ones, and one of the biggest ones is that they all have this very odd, muddy, rubbery texture about them,
Yeah,
whereas
definitely.
the Jurassic Park ones have these bigger sort of elephant wrinkle folds
Yeah,
and reptilian folds on them, and I'm really happy to see this sort of reflected here.
definitely.
Also, the low camera angle giving a sense of size
Mm,
really helps, which is a great callback to how the first Jurassic Park was shot. It was shot very specifically to give a sense of scale
yeah,
and size.
they tried to keep it around eye level, especially for this Brachiosaurus scene, because they really just wanted to show
Yeah,
the height of this creature.
reminds me of when I watched Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and the Brachiosaurus came on, and I was kind of just like, uh, eh.
It was really weird because they had like a really weird perspective. It was weird.
Weird perspective. The fact that it was among a bunch of buildings that were the same size or the same height or taller than it was really sort of diminished it.
Yeah,
Again, it was because the Jurassic World people who make Jurassic World movies don't seem to know how to animate animals,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
It just something off. But then there's this, and it. and it looks just
it makes the world right again.
yep.
And you see that there's a bunch of new trees I think they're putting in just for more decorations. And obviously the Jeep
Mhm.
returns.
I really like the trees. The big, aren't they eucalyptus
I think
in the
they are.
movie?
I don't know. I'm not an expert on trees in movies. But here we got more Lost World style Parasaurolophus. Just a minute.
Yeah, strange
None
about
of
right.
these are skins or texture updates. It's just like model updates. This
It
is
has. I think Ralph seems to have changed the least of all of them, but
well, it was already
the
the most accurate to the franchise, especially the Lost World ones.
yeah, it seemed most accurate, like pulled right out of Crash McCreary's artwork
Mm,
for Jurassic Park. Because I've noticed certain things like the head being a slightly different shape than it is in the final movies. It's a
mm-hmm.
bit more rounded and things. The very these seem more movie accurate in coloration though, especially with like the Lost World.
Yeah,
But
yeah, this is trying to be a
the
lot more
ones in
accurate to
the
how it appeared in the films.
yeah, the ones in the base game with their very vivid sort of striping are very much pulled straight from Crash McCreary's artwork. And honestly, I like both just aesthetically.
Yeah,
But this is always
definitely.
nice to see because one of the few times, and I think maybe the only time we ever get to see a Hadrosaur being badass in film is the Lost World scene where the Parasaurolophus was just swinging people around like dolls.
It's just because it's a big animal.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just Hadrosaurs get sort of just designated as expendable prey animal
Yeah,
all the time.
it's nice to see it more reflect the movie too.
It's nice to be reminded, oh wait, this is the size of an elephant
Yeah.
and hissy. Um,
Okay, let's carry on.
that gives me
That's
good
alright.
feeling.
Look at that. Look at that iconic shot.
Oh, I just realized the middle para scan
Hmm. You can definitely.
is was slightly different
Are you talking about the ones in the in this shot?
in the previous shot. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
there's
that one's more based on the third movie. I think.
yeah. That makes me wonder how many like there's been speculation about the Lost World raptor skins with the
I'm sure they reveal
tiger
more.
types,
Mm.
and then even more. I'm not sure how likely the Jurassic Park 3 style raptors are, but it would be something to
But there are
have
some
them.
JP3 skins that we'll see coming up.
Yeah. Yep.
So just look at
And
that
yet,
iconic shot. That just reminds you of the first movie. It's a real
yep.
beautiful shot. It's basically the first movie again. And look at that. It's
uh,
the visitor center.
the stream is lagging up a little bit, so hold
That
up.
always
It's all
happens. And it's the visitor
there.
center.
We go.
Look
Yeah.
at that. That looks basically one for one.
I've always loved the design of the Jurassic Park Visitor Center. It looks like an actual place I would love to visit.
Yeah,
And
it doesn't look like a weird Jurassic World theme park style. This is more like a zoo. Feel
the main thing about Jurassic World's aesthetic is that it looks like somewhere I want to go.
yeah, definitely.
Whereas yeah, whereas this it looks like it looks like a zoo. I've always loved the fossils and the architecture. Reminds me of when I went to the Shed Aquarium. They have like ocean life
Mm, mm,
uh,
mm.
put in architecture right around the entrance too, and it's just gorgeous. And I wish more places would do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
but you can't blame him for this beautiful aesthetic that they made for this. I mean, it's
it's
just
just
so iconic now.
gorgeous. I love it, and I'm so glad it's there.
And then we'll keep carrying on.
No, part of what
Welcome
I'm
back. Look at that. Look at that. What do you think of that?
uh,
Now it's the Jurassic Park iconic gate with the track
Oh,
ride by the looks of it, and you see a more
yeah.
JP styled gate on the
Did,
corners. I really hope
yep.
this is a placeable item.
I hope so too, actually. And judging by what we'll see later, it looks like it will be. But
I assume so.
um, are those? I'm sort of interested because those cars seem to have roll cages instead of being the Ford Explorers.
Yeah, I think there might be two different variants because it looks like there's going to be this one
Oh,
and there's going to be
oh,
the
okay. Well, that makes more sense.
yeah. Looks like
Um, it is great. I love the red and yellow always sat better with me than the blue and white.
yeah, definitely red and yellow.
Just
Because
it's
because white isn't really a color. It's nice to
I
be
mean,
complementary.
there's that, but it also just has to do with the blue and white still just kind of feels robotic and
Yeah,
yeah,
it feels like weird.
yeah.
They feel like they
There,
massacred my boy. Okay, let's carry on. Just look at that fence. This is such a JP style fence. And
yeah,
this,
I
what's
really
this?
do appreciate more variety and
Oh,
differences.
and look at this boy. This is
There it
one of
goes again.
the remodels of the
Oh, fuck.
Jurassic World animals that they're remaking and retooling and making them look more
I
like
just
their
had
original legacy
I just,
counterparts.
now that is a gorgeous Triceratops. Like I say, I really, really don't like the Jurassic World Evolution and Jurassic World Triceratops.
Yeah, I definitely don't either. I just like the texture of this
Yeah,
one a lot better.
yeah. This one's texture works. I think the head looks different with the beak and the
Yeah,
like. The beak texture has been updated, and I don't know. The patterning is so much more intricate in interesting ways, while still being sort of believably kind of dull. And it looks like Jurassic Park Triceratops.
it does.
Um,
Like if you look at the original concept art, this has got the same kind
yeah,
of scales and it just looks a hell of a lot better. Okay,
it's just yeah,
and it's roaring. Roar.
yeah. Even a little
And then we got some
rar,
Dilophosaurus. They don't look like they've changed
rar
much
x
because they pretty
d.
much
Hang
just
on,
ripped
I'm reload.
they ripped the
Yeah,
dino from the first movie.
I hate to be a downer, but I remember seeing like the first Jurassic Park, and I've rewatched it recently several times because, of course, I have. It's wonderful,
Mm,
and I really like as completely not very Dilophosaurus-y. Their Dilophosaurus is. I like the the
design.
design of creature in the first movie.
Mm.
Um, what I don't
Doesn't
know what it is about Jurassic World Evolution's Dilophosaurus. Something about it looks really ugly to me.
I think it might be the. It looks fine to me. It looks very similar to the movie counterpart.
I don't know what it is. It might be the really comparatively wide face.
Maybe. It looks fine to me. It's just. I think people are just being nitpicky a little bit.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's something about it that sits wrong with me, and I don't know what it is. It might be. Let me.
I think we'll just carry on.
It's the eyebrows. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can. I mean, power to you if you like it, because I'm not able to.
But here we
Oh no, that.
see. Look at this. You know who this is? It's the JP1 Raptor.
Yep.
It looks so much better than all the other ones in the game right now. They just like literally just color swapped and they look muddy and yuck. This one just looks
The
perfect. This looks something
the
just ripped out of the movie. This is so iconic.
yeah, they changed the skull shape to be actually good too.
Yeah, a lot of these models have been tweaked and changed to look more like the Jurassic Park counterparts of the original trilogy.
Yeah,
There we go. And
yeah.
look at that. Roar.
Skin texture is better. Oh,
Mm.
hold up.
The skin texture's better and the This here in
Finally
particular.
got some meat on her bones.
Yeah, she looking thick. She
Yeah.
looking quite chunky.
It's actually easier to see the difference in skin texture in the screenshots rather than here because the Jurassic World animals kind of look like they're wet all the time.
Yeah, but here you can actually see that it's wet because it's raining.
Yeah, it's wet and it's also chunky.
Yeah, you can.
Little change
I didn't
head.
mind the Jurassic World T Rex. It just was way too skinny and gangly looking, but I much prefer this one.
Yeah.
It just
The,
looks.
the musculature of the feet in the Jurassic World T-Rex always really bothered me.
Yeah, this just looks more like the original,
Yeah.
which is probably
Like
the best T Rex
those
design ever, even if it's
those
not the
are
most accurate.
proper theropod legs.
Mm.
Just chunky,
She
padded,
big and she thick.
she thick.
Hmm.
You don't have a thick T-Rex, then what are you doing?
Okay, look at that. You just can't get over the original T Rex, even though it's not as accurate. The face is wrong. You still can't get over just the
Yeah. It's
iconic
like
design of it. It's just,
uh-huh.
it's just. I reckon that Rex itself just got so many kids into dinosaurs and just made it blow up.
Yeah, if it didn't hit when they saw the Brachiosaurus, it sure
Yeah,
hit when the Rex can.
the dinosaurs in that movie were just treated so well. Now let's keep going.
Yep. What happens when you treat them like animals? And
Return to Jurassic Park, 10th of December. There we are. We finished. Okay, let's now have a look at. This is the. What do you call this? The news report. Okay. Hi everyone. Are you ready to embark on a brand new adventure? Go back in time in 1933, where the dinosaurs have taken over Isla Nublar and reclaim the islands in order to rebuild Hammond's vision for the greatest attraction on the Earth, Jurassic Park. So here's just a little synopsis of what's happening. Jurassic World Evolution Return to Jurassic Park allows you to revisit some of the iconic islands from the film in an all-new captivating storyline delivered by the original cast. So that means, pretty sure Sam Neill and a lot of the
yeah,
original cast will be coming back. Join Dr. Malcolm, Dr. Alan Grant, and Ellie Sattler as you return and reclaim, rebuild your beloved locations from Isla Nublar and Sauna and open the gates of Jurassic Park to the public for the first time in history.
part
Complete.
of me really hopes that the cast, like half the time, are just yelling, "Stop! Stop! 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 What are you doing? Stop!"
Just why are you doing this?
Yeah, why are you doing this? We are literal. We've been literally traumatized by all of this. What? No, please stop. Why did you hire us as consultants? This has gone horribly wrong.
I don't blame him. Okay.
Like Malcolm won't even be like would he even be healed from his leg at this point?
I think this is meant to be like at least a little bit after. Depends. I don't know how this.
Okay.
I have no details about the story. This is just what has been on the internet.
I just love the idea of like Malcolm getting a phone call in the hospital and just going,
It'll
I
be.
know you just left, but
We're just gonna get this set up again. Okay, complete with a whole range of new buildings like the Visitor Center and Aviary, which we just saw the Visitor Center, we'll keep the Aviary for later, as well as a plethora of classic dinosaur skins, including the 93 T Rex and Velociraptor. This exciting new expansion is sure to bring back fond memories of any Jurassic Park fan, especially with the two new highly anticipated dinosaurs coming as well, which is two that have been really wanting people have been really wanting to see is Compsognathus and Pteranodon, which is obviously technically not a dinosaur, but these are creatures that have been requested just because they're basically iconic to the franchise and obviously
yeah.
very different from the dinosaurs you see. So we all know about Compsognathus. It's a very small dinosaur. It's probably going to be in like a special exhibit, like in if you've ever
Planet.
played Planet Zoo with the exhibits. I hope it's something like that, or even Zoo Tycoon Xbox with looped animations. It'd have to be something like that because in game they'd be so small you wouldn't be able to really see it in build enclosures for it. unless they've figured out some weird way how, I don't know. And then Pteranodon. Pteranodon is really cool because this is basically Pteranodon and Dimorphodon are the only flying animals in the franchise, with Pteranodon having three different versions, which looking like from that we see in the Aviary, they at least have the 2003, I think it's in 2001, 2003, uh, Jurassic Park 3 version, and I hope they have the Lost World version, which is kind of Jessenbergia, which is like a weird, like potential. They've been lumped together with Pteranodon, but it's got that similar crest that looks more like Jessenbergia, and the Jurassic World version, which is pretty ugly. Same with the Morphodon's pretty ugly.
Uh, Jurassic World pterosaurs are.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's just this the aesthetic. It's just kind of ugly.
yeah.
And then, along with a hugely exciting content pack with a brand new free update with some features that have been highly requested, we'll be sharing more information about both the free update and this DLC every week until the launch. So, this video is recorded on the 15th of November. Should be about a little less than a month. So, we should be getting new
Hmm.
updates, getting new things, having a look, and they'll update it and show us. And it'll be coming out 10th of December on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox for 50, £16, and conversion price. You'll have to do your research and your conversion. For me, being in New Zealand, it would cost about £30, which is not too bad considering the conversion and the amount of content. So I definitely could not complain. So yeah, what do you think? I think that'd be really interesting. You right there, Zomba? Oh, I think you might have died. Anyway, I think we'll carry on. Okay, now this is one of the screenshots from the trailer. This is a Brachiosaurus, of course, going up and eating leaves, all that good stuff. And then we move on to another shot. This is probably a better shot. This is my new windscreen paper, background paper, I mean, and it just looks iconic. You see all the beautiful hills, rolling hills, and the such. Just really get to see how beautiful it is. That's right. And then we'll move to the next one. It'd be really interesting to see how they play into the movie, though, since like they're gonna be playing on nostalgia as much as they can. Because why not? You're making this, they know you're gonna make a lot of money because a lot of people love it. And then we'll see next to Parasaurolophus. This is more of a Jurassic Park 3 inspired one. You can see it's more greenish tint. You can see the stripe down its back. And it actually, I think that looks really good, especially since it's compared to the movie. Then there we have next one. I think she might have left, so that's okay. And then we have this is the new Stegosaurus, based more on the Lost World. And if you look at it, it's got a lot more of that texture. It's with the one in Jurassic World, it had a lot more like scaly texture, and obviously tail dragged, a bit more sickly looking. This one's a lot more chunkier, a lot of more wrinkles, and its tail's obviously up from the ground. I think I might take a brush up from the ground like that instead of down like that, and I think that does look really good. Okay, and then we'll move to the next one. Oh, wait, I'll go back, and then see here redwoods on the back here, and you see this very Jurassic Park style fence, along with potentially this aviary in the background. Sorry for this mess, but that's alright. This is a more JP style fence. Hope there's a few of them. Here we are here. This is the better look at the T-Rex. You can really see how much more accurate it looks to the film. You can see here a lot of the more details here, along with the para down here. I think the animations might have changed and they made it more quadrupedal. Be really interesting how they did that. But if you see over here, if you look over here and we zoom in, I'll see if we can do that. Oh, that's chopped it out. We'll have to free transform. See here, couple of JP brachiosaurs, JP3 ones. Really shows that really unique skin and the corner there. And I that even though JP3 was probably the worst out of the trilogy, I did enjoy the skins that they gave to some of them, like the Ankylosaurus and the Brachiosaurus here, which is a very like red head and the green body that really made it stand out. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. This looks like it's meant to be more inspired by the Bull Rex from the Lost World. It isn't too different from the other ones, of course. It's based on this 1993 model, and it just looks like the Buck Rex. That's really all I can say from the Lost World, and it just looks really interesting. You see more wrinkles. It gives you a good look of how more accurate it looks in terms of the chunkiness and the model accuracy with the skull. A lot less scaly, smooth texture that you get versus the rubber one in the movie of the Jurassic World. And then we'll move to the next one. And look, this is obviously the JP1 Raptor. And now this one is supposed to be, I think, the big one, because if you see here, you see those three scars there. That was like a identifying feature in the first movie of the big one, and you see a couple there. Get a better look if you want to zoom in. We'll get a better look at free transform. See a better look at that. Looks very accurate. Not maybe a little bit stylized compared, but it looks very good. I can't complain. A lot better than all the skins that we have already for this animal. And then we have up here. I think this is meant to be something from the free update that goes along with it, because with all these DLCs, there's a free update along with the paid stuff. This is supposed to be like vehicle destruction, so you got to be way more careful when you send animals into your paddocks, because obviously even herbivores, even though they're kind of big cows, and they're really not, you can see here that they're going to be very dangerous and very, very destructive to your vehicles. And then we'll move to the next one. And here we get another look at that beautiful visitor center. And you cannot complain about that visitor center at all. It's probably one of the most iconic buildings in history in terms of movie franchises. And you see there's a couple new, looks like there's a couple new plants that you can place around. It's obviously the one in the corner, looks like one of the ones that came with the clear update. This one's more with, might be more coming with this just to suit more the JP style. And if you look over here, looks like there's some sort of building over here. I'm not 100% sure what that is, so I'll just pull it up here. You can see something here. It looks like some sort of restaurant, maybe a Home Depot. I think we'll have to wait for more updates to see what that is. I think we'll move on to the next one. And then here we are. We've got this raptor paddock. Now people have been saying that this is meant to be more like a Jurassic Park Velociraptor holding, which I'm not sure how this is going to be. People saying it's like a mini exhibit, but it's weird because if it's a mini exhibit, you can't really see what's in there. And plus, it's already too iconic because it's the Velociraptor holding pen from JP, so it'd be a bit weird to put Compsognathus in that. So I think this either might be a special building. I'm not sure what they're going to do with this. But really interesting to see what they do though. I'll move to the next one. Here we have, this is the actual hatchery that they've made to fit more the style, because obviously it's conflicting styles and need new buildings. And I have to say I really like this one. I like the more concrete, solid style, along with the more trees and the bigger back when it looks like there's lots of loading and for loading animals and such. It'll be really cool to see how this one turns out and looks in game, because obviously everyone's hyped for this one. Go to the next one. Now this is supposed to be more like a helipad. People are saying this might replace the monorail, but I'm not sure. It'd be weird, a little bit weird, because that's so iconic, and this is also, there's not going to get many people in on a helicopter as you are through a monorail, so it just really depends. And then here we are, the second last one is here we got the Jurassic Park aviary. Now this is going to be housing the Pteranodon, of course, and Who doesn't want to see that? People have been asking for marine creatures and flying creatures for a while, and it's nice to see that they've listened to the feedback and really trying to advocate to get these in. And if you can see at the corner there, if you look here, if people were complaining about not seeing the original Florida Explorers, and if you look there, we'll zoom in, you can see it there. Really cool that we're getting more variants. We're cool to see more variants of the track vehicles, because in the clear update there was only the one vehicle. It'll be interesting to see how many more is in there in terms of theme and variants. And then we move to the last one here. Here we got a screenshot of what it looks like inside the aviary, and you can see the wire walkways that go through here, potentially viewing up here. You see more viewing down here as well. See the mist, it's very reminiscent of the JP3 one. And if you look at here, there's clearly a JP3 styled Pteranodon. You can clearly see it here. Very beautiful looking. I can't say that was probably the best design out of the three, in my opinion. The three versions of Pteranodon that have been in the franchise, and that one just looks really, really good. And so I think that's all I really have to say about this. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Keep up to date. I want to make more of these small style videos, these really short ones that just have a little bit of info, a little bit of chatting, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'd like to hear your feedback, and obviously like and subscribe, of course. And I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye.